Today was a crazy day in the NBA. Jalen Williams and SGA combined for 72 points. The Suns are back to dominating. The 76ers got a win without Embiid. And the Bucks absolutely destroyed the Brooklyn Nets. This is everything that you need to know what happened last night in the NBA. And I'm going to call this Hoops Cast with Kyle. I'm not going to edit this at all. I'm just going to clip this off my stream. I did it the night before, around 10 to 11, once all the NBA action is wrapped up. I'll be doing it again hopefully on Friday. Or I will be doing it on Friday, and maybe a couple more times in the next couple of weeks and throughout the rest of the season if it's an interesting night. Like I thought tonight was pretty interesting. So, I got all my information from NBA Twitter and NBA app on Crunch Time, and yeah, this is kind of what I got. I see that Giannis had a couple nice plays that I'm going to start out the video with showing you guys, because why not? And he's definitely in the best player in the world conversation, so let's just kick it right over to Giannis's plays, starting here.
Rebound controlled by the Bucks.
Oh, we don't want to be on that. There we go.
Lillard, no look. Catch and slam.
So as you can see, there was no stopping Giannis in the post tonight. I'm just going to keep this rolling. There was just no stopping him in the post tonight. The Nets did not have an answer for him. Claxton, I didn't even see if he was playing tonight, but yeah, he was not stopping Giannis. Here we go with the second part.
Oh, Keon Johnson with a pretty move, but then he tried to dump it off.
The transition D for the Nets was not there all night. All night, the Bucks got most of the points off transition. I'm also sick and tired of Thanasis Antetokounmpo thinking he's the head coach of the team. Why does he keep hop off? I know he's Giannis' brother and all, but dude can sit on the bench, bro. He gets the least amount of playing time on the team. I think he's entitled because he's one of our longest tenured players, but whatever. I don't care. I simply do not care. He's not doing enough on the daily to give me a reason why. So I'm also going to show you quick all the games that were played today in a second. All the 6 games that were played. I'll show you all the scores right now. So we had the 76ers earlier in the day. I wasn't actually able to watch any of this game. I just know that the Magic are starting to fall off from that hot start that they had. Defense still looks good, but the offense is shaky. I don't even know if Paolo Banchero is going to be an all-star. Raptors beat the Wizards. I could have told you that they were going to score at least 120 points. So whatever the Raptors line was at, you should have took the over, because the Wizards have no defense, just like the Pacers. The Bucks and the Nets, I was not expecting Giannis and the Bucks to put up 144, but that's because Chris Middleton was on tonight. And if Chris, Dame, and Giannis are all playing at their best, I don't think there's a team in the league that can actually stop them from putting up 140 points. Knicks, Thunder, well, it was probably, it might have been the best game on tonight, but at the end of the day, it was just SGA takeover at the end of the game, because bro either would pass the ball or just shoot it for himself. So there was really no stopping the OKC Thunder tonight. Suns, Rockets. I'm glad that the Suns got back on track, because dude, they really needed to. 3 losses in a row, but it took KD having one of the best games of his career. Yeah, I said it. KD had one of the best games of his career, almost in 2024. We're only 5 days out from 2024, and did that for 4 days for you guys. But for me, 5. Cavs, Mavericks. What do you want me to say? I think it was a good game. I just expected more from Luka since he had 29 at the half. I expected so much more from Luka. But he still finished out with 39, so he's still on an absolute tear recently. But I just expected more from Luka Doncic. Didn't you guys? I don't know, but let me know what you think, though. He's also in this best player in the world conversation, and it's a serious topic that I'm going to want to talk about. So I'm going to turn off this monitor right here, and we're going to get yapping about who's the best NBA player in the world. I wrote down 5 guys when I brought this up. Now I really only think there's 3, maybe starting to be 4 guys that you can really put in this conversation, and I still will give you my answer at the end of the day. But these are the top 5 players in the world, according to I Don't Know Kyle. Number 5 is dude you could say is the best player in the world. Some people do. A lot of people out west in a certain area near the Bay say is, and I don't even get mad at them. It's your own player. Of course, you want to say any of these 5 guys. If you're a fan of them, you can say they're the best player in the world. But when you're a guy who likes to hop into his stats like me, you're not gonna say your guy. I'm gonna say my guy, who's on my favorite team, is not my number 1 player in the world, even though he's in this conversation. But yeah, let's go. Steph Curry at number 5. A lot of Warriors fans are going to be upset with me because I think he's the best player in the world. He's doing stuff at 35 that we haven't seen from another dude. He's the three-point king. He's still shooting as many. He's shooting more threes this year with Chris Paul than he was in any other year of his career, which shocks me because I would have never said that before the season started. But hey, Curry, he's putting up some amazing numbers. I know the assists are down this year, but I think the rebounds are up. The three-point numbers are up. The points per game's got to be up since they are to pool. And man, I don't think he's quite in this conversation anymore as the best player in the world, but he is close to it. But at 5th place, he's having one of his best years he's had in a while. Not really. I mean, he's having a better year, I would say, than he had last year, but the year before that was absolutely crazy, and the year before that was even crazier. But yeah, he's somehow defying the odds at 35 years old and still one of the best players in the game. My number 4 guy is a guy who's starting to enter this conversation, who I am officially saying it for the first time ever, that Luka Doncic is the best point guard in the world. He's the greatest point guard we've seen this year, and he's putting up 50 on Christmas, 36, 40 a night. His under-over line on Prize Picks, my friend was telling me, hey, should I take the over? It was 36.5. And I said, probably he's facing, I was like, probably he's facing the Knicks. Who's going to guard him? Julius Randle? No. Manuel Quickley? No. RJ Barrett? Come on, get on my face. Luka Doncic is one of the best players in the world. We've known that for a long time. I just realized my lights weren't on. We're going to flip these on really quick while I continue to talk about Luka Doncic. He's simply just becoming one of those dudes that is not... It's unfathomable what the stuff he does on an average night. He had a streak last year where I think he had a month where he was averaging 40 points per game. I think it was December. I think he's going to do that a little bit later this year, but man, the run he's on is insane. And I love watching it. Alright, my number 3 guy, I'm getting really, really close to moving him up because he's putting up Wilt Chamberlain numbers on a daily basis now. He's scoring more points than he is playing minutes. This guy is Joel Embiid. The defending NBA MVP, Joel Embiid, is doing something only one person in history has done. And his name is Wilt Chamberlain. And if you're counting the modern era, no one has ever done what Joel Embiid has done. And I don't think a season like this is going to happen for a very long time. Like, will Wembanyama do this? I don't think Wemby's that good a scorer, honestly. I don't think he'll ever put up 36 points per game. But not even Embiid's really putting up 36 points per game. He's putting up like 35, I think. But he's hurt. His team's still winning without him. He's definitely the MVP as of now. I like SGA, Luka are definitely in the consideration. Giannis could sneak in there too, but those are my guys as of now. But Embiid, he's the front runner because the stuff he's doing is absolutely insane. I haven't been able to watch that much of him because I was like, oh, Christmas, I want to be able to watch him versus the Heat, and then the Ravens 49ers game happened, which you kind of need to watch because that's a Super Bowl preview, and I'll be able to watch Embiid for more games this year, but he wasn't even playing that night, so who really cared? But yeah, the stuff he's doing is absolutely insane. 35 points per game. He seems to get better and better every single year. They're trusting him to become the best player in the world, and you can say, if you're just saying he's the best player in the world, I'm not mad at you at all. He's so good. When I see clips of him, I'm like, man, I know he's a foul merchant. Without the free throw line, he's probably averaging not even 25 points per game. He's averaging 20 to 23 probably, I would guess. But yeah, part of the game nowadays, if you can't flop, you're not going to be one of the top players, and he can definitely flop. So I'm going to have to give it I'm going to tip my hat to him. Man, Embiid, congrats on back-to-back MVPs. I already want to say it, but hey, it's a long season though. Number 2 is my favorite player in the world. My team's best player. His name is Giannis Antetokounmpo, I believe, and there's a reason why I'm going to say he's the best player in the world, and there's a reason why we would all say he is the best player in the world, but there's one guy who's better than him. But Giannis could be the best player in the world since he is the most dominant player in today's game. No one has a game plan to actually stop this guy because it's impossible. You can't stop him. He's a freight train, and you're just a man. What's gonna happen if you try and stop a train? It's pretty much what happens to defenders, like I showed you today in those clips against the Nets with Giannis. Giannis just plows right through him, no problem. Literally a snowblower when the snow, like you're snow blowing snow. He's just gonna. There's no chance for the snow to survive. There's no chance for anyone to survive. He's literally the modern day Shaq, and he's I saw him drain a 3 on the second possession from the Bucks today against the Nets. Yeah, it was over. It was over when I saw that happen. If Giannis gets a good mid-range game down, like he can shoot decent from the mid-range, the league is screwed, and he would be the best player in the world. But he has some inconsistencies, but that defense does make up for that, honestly. But the NBA is so stacked with top talent right now, he's not even the best player in the world. Because the guy at number 1 putting up 28 points a game, 10 assists, like 12 rebounds, putting up a triple-double on the daily. That is Nikola Jokic, a guy who I really honestly don't like to watch that much, but hey, as someone who likes basketball, of course I'm going to watch him. Nikola Jokic has been doing stuff we haven't seen anybody do over the last 4 seasons, and honestly, no one's talking about it enough because nobody wants to watch him. That is, I think he plays a boring brand of basketball. I probably watched half his playoff games when I really should have watched them all. But it's just not a fun team to watch down in Denver for me. But I have to acknowledge him as the best player in the world because he's so effortless. Bro goes up for shots that he knows he shouldn't be taking and just drains them while he released the ball behind his head. Over Anthony Davis, one of the best defenders in the world, by the way. Yeah, that's how I knew he was the best player in the world. After that, I was like, okay, Giannis is not better than this dude. And Jokic has a debate for being one of the best players of the 2000s, for sure. 2000 to 2010, like this generation, of course. And, man, I think one day he's going to be a potential top 15 dude. If he gets one more ring, he's almost already there. But, yeah, Jokic, he's just a different animal. It's like what Kobe Bryant said. I can't remember what Kobe Bryant said to Kanye West in that one commercial, but it made no sense, and that's what Jokic is. He makes no sense. He cares about racing horses and not the NBA. Bro was in Game 5 of the Finals and said, I want to go home. We need to win because I'm not coming back for Game 6. He was like, bro, if y'all don't need me for Game 6, it's one game. Y'all can win without me. Just let me go back home, please. He's like, I need to race some horses, bro. But yeah, that's enough of Jokic for me. He's the best player in the world as of now. But if Embiid, Giannis, Luka, or Curry win the finals, we will be redoing this video.